All right, welcome to another episode from the Chart Readers. I am continuing the AI sector looking at PLTR, Palantir, and AMST. So it's funny, I removed Palantir from my top tier and I replaced it with Nvidia. And I actually think it offended a couple people. I had one person actually comment that Palantir is a way better company than both. And truth be told, I kind of agree. I actually think Palantir is an amazing company, all right? The CEO is one of the most important and connected men in the business world. Like, he was one of the founders of PayPal. The man is rich and connected. Okay, the company itself is trying to get governments as its customers, right? Like, not just the U.S. but like global governments. Okay, just think of like the Pentagon alone has more money than any public company, and that's just one branch of one government that Palantir is trying to get like contracts with, right? Like, this company for real has the chance to be like next level. However, end of the day, you're watching my videos because we're here to talk about technical analysis, all right? And end of the day, I don't care how good a stock is. A horizontal moving average cluster, is hard to break. I hate these probably more than anything in my technical understanding. You know what I mean? But these are hard to break. I've literally been saying it since the end of February, right? Beginning of March. And again, this is pretty much what we're going to talk about until it breaks. Do I believe one day we'll break 844 and fly? Yeah, I actually kind of do in the back of my head. Do I know nothing matters on this stock until we break 844? Yes. And I've been saying it for a while. Like, I got this wrong right here. I thought it was going to break right here. Shit, I even thought it was going to break right here. End of the day, you can see how strong this line is, all right? And look, I'll get deeper into the technical shortly, but real quick, what are we going to do today? Same thing we always do, right? We're going to take a look at the daily and the weekly to see how this thing is setting up short term. We have our 5 moving averages. There are horizontal support and resistance lines that I do draw manually myself. And then when we're done up here, we'll use the MACD, RSI, and volume as our lower indicators. Hey, really quickly, if you can please like, share, comment, subscribe. Anything you can actually do really, really does help. I'm also doing this solo, so trust me, I do need help. But nonetheless, even just being here and giving me your time is beyond appreciated, all right? So look, let's get into the details. And again, I kind of said a lot of it in the beginning, right? There's not too much for me to really talk about until one of two things happen. We either need to break 844 and fly, or we gotta lose this 100. We gotta lose 760 and basically die. All right, it's a rhyme that I love saying, but it's true. You either fly or die when you're stuck in. If there's 3 together, I get really nervous. When there's 4, just like this, just look at how tight these are too. Right? I mean, it's no joke when I say these are hard to break. All right. The one kind of good thing is it looks like the 50 is kind of the line we're riding the most. And it looks like the 50 is at least going up. So hey, that's good. It is, right? Because again, we're kind of bouncing or oscillating on it. But yeah, end of the day, until this breaks, nothing's going to happen. And look, Wednesday, we actually lose all 4 moving averages on one go. Thursday was okay because at least, hey, we got back. It looks like we're on the, we didn't break it, but you can see we close at 809, and that's where the average 20 is, 809. So we lose them all. We kind of come back into it, and look, end of the day, 50% candle is also going to get us over all the moving averages, right? I hope 815, 817, 818, that 50 and 200 stack right there. I hope that's not too hard to break, because it would suck to not be able to break 815, because I think failing an 815 break is a real big sign that we're actually going to lose this 20 moving and maybe come down here, okay? I hate moving average clusters. I'm not here to necessarily guess what's going to happen. I'm just kind of here seeing how it reacts, right? But man, I mean, 844, I've said it 16 times in a 4-minute video, right? But yeah, there's not a lot. And look, let's just end it right here on the daily. Volume sucked here. All right. Nothing substantial will happen until you break the 50 average on volume, right? Like over the last 50 days of trading, we were roughly at what, 50 million. We're sitting at half of that. We're 50% below average. Average is just a C, right? I'm not asking here for a B plus, right? Like just get a damn C and be right at the average, right? Like this is a D minus F right here, right? So we need volume and we need to break 844 when the worst thing that would happen is we lose 760 as volume picks up, because that just means it's going to be a hard sell off, right? Like when volume comes, we better be going up, not down. I'll say that for sure. What's the weekly look like? Oh man, this is an important week, right? Like last week we gave up both the 50 and the 8, right? We are now technically under the 8. We're obviously under the 50. We got to look, and again, if you lose the 20 moving average, you will for sure be under here, right? Because this is 760, this one's 755, right? So it would actually be really bad to come here because that means we're going to lose an important line on the daily. So, again, 844 just screams at me, right? It really does. So Palantir, as much as I believe this is a strong and important company, end of the day, technicals don't lie, and technicals are what technicals are, right? So I'm going to move to the next one. AMST. So look, I've said this on a number of my videos. If there are any AI stocks I'm missing, please let me know. This is a new one that was provided. I sincerely appreciate it. And one more time, please let me know if there are any other AI stocks. Like there is nothing I want to do more than look at AI stocks every single day. All right. So look, this one's new, so I'm going to zoom out, right? I think it's important to know what the stock is. All right, it's not that old, right? It's barely a couple years old, right? It has one little run there, a decent little run there, a decent little run there, but end of the day, it's well under all the moving averages, okay? We've actually broken the 200 right there, obviously, and right here immediately, right? So this one's interesting though, because obviously you have the same moving average cluster, but I like this so much more than Palantir, okay? This guy, first off, goes from under 250 to almost over 5 actually. So someone banked a double right there, right? Someone 2x their money. From the end, in the process, what do? We smashed every single moving average on one candle and get really bad confirmation, but the 8 holds us, right? We literally come down and we've now nicely bounced on the 8. I like that, okay? I really do. Obviously, it sucks to drop from 5 all the way down to 3, but my focus really is the fact that, look at this, because let's just back up real quick. Shit, it actually wasn't even, okay, it wasn't that long that the 8 and the 20 were our friend, right? Good things happen over these lines. Bad things happen under. Hey, are we about to go back over all of them? I mean, shit, that would be great, right? MACD is actually in the positive. If, again, zooming out, this thing has been in the positive and it's done some nice stuff and it's actually held it, right? So I like this stock. I'll be real honest with you. Again, we bounce from the 8, we break 2 moving averages. Roughly speaking, we're at 50% candle, right? Again, I'm not like counting the dollars and trying to find the exact midpoint of this thing, but yeah, we bounced on the 8. We're roughly at 50% candle. We're definitely over halfway, right? Because this is the bottom, this is the top, that's probably half, and like we're in that 60-70% zone, right? So in all honesty, I want to know if this thing opens a penny higher. I'm for sure super interested in this bad boy. Yeah, this is going to be a hard resistance right here. Don't get me wrong. We can basically call it $4, right? But even if we go from 360 to 4, that's more than a 10% swing, right? You're adding basically what, 36 cents. That's 10%. We're actually adding 40 cents to take us to 4, right? So there is a nice little 10 spot right there, and then woo, I'm putting my line right there. That's the line. That's the money line. All right. I know it's really easy to call this one the money line. That's the line we haven't confirmed. If we break 482. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, baby. That puts us right at the sexy gap right there. 482 is our money line for sure, for sure. I'm really interested at at a penny higher tomorrow though. Okay, I like the MACD again. RSI had a cool down. There's nothing wrong with this, right? We get a 2x spike. We're for sure coming down. But look, what do I see? I see green over red. I see green over red. I see volume picking up, right? Like, this is nice. And look, that's a silly candle. I like where this one is. It's well more than this one and not as silly as this one, right? Because look, not a couple days ago we were a little more than half of where we are today, right? So this is actually pretty in line with these these three. Just I'm kind of ignoring that. So I like volume. I'm also going to just again not a lot, but look, that's a good healthy little slope right there, right? It's not something like this where I'm like more than confident that's gonna happen, right? But for something like this, worst case it's that, it actually seems like that's kind of realistic too though, you know what I mean? So I like AMST. I like it a lot more than Palantir, even though it's in a moving average cluster, you know what I mean? So this is a beautiful viewer request. That's a sexy weekly right there. Smash 2 moving averages. I need good confirmation. I'm expecting a close at 444 by Friday. Maybe a little under. I don't actually necessarily need to break the 50 moving average. Even closing right here at 411, I would call that good confirmation as long as it's a good candle. Right? Like, give me something like this even. I don't need a super like this. Just no silly wicks. Don't make me think it's a doji. Give me this. All right? Put that right there. Oh, yeah, I'd be happy. I like this stock. I think this will start being in the conversations with Bullfrog, with Big Bear, with Soundhound, with who am I missing? With Guard Force. I think this might be the number 5 in the small batch. Obviously, I do think Palantir is still part of the AI NVIDIA conversation. It's just not ready just yet. You know what I mean? So, yeah, all that said, this is all I got for you today. Let me know if you disagree with anything. Otherwise, I appreciate you so, so much.